Okay, I'm gonna make this brief and quick. I came back from Texas a while ago, but before that, I wanted to share something that happened momentally to me. Okay, that didn't make sense, but whatever. We're gonna roll with it. Is that I finally opened this box. Yeah, I finally opened the box and got to see this bag. And it's monumental because I had bought this manga that came with the box. It was like a little free gift with a manga magazine. And I bought it just because I was curious about it. And then I never opened it. And I bought it in 2014. So that was like almost, it'd been better if I opened it next year, which 2024. It'll be 10 years, but I think so. Yeah, 10 years. But it's been 9 years, so I finally opened it. And I opened it because this one is going through ruin. It's lost the zipper and it's like tearing up. And this one I recently found from when I get my storage stuff. And so this has a hole, so I'm gonna throw this away too. Anyway, but back to Texas. So yeah, we rented Texas. We arrived there, and I like to sit in the edge nowadays more than the window because I tend to go to the bathroom a lot. So yeah, it's better that way. I'm gonna actually keep this in the thing because it's exacto. This one too. Huh. Wonder how I get away with this anyway. And so where was I going with this? Oh yeah, Texas. It was a nice time, and I had what I call it, getting for the wedding. We got there Tuesday. The wedding was the next day, following day. So today we just like hang around. Because I was hungry, I went with my sister with her friend who also got married in Texas. To a restaurant to eat, and I forgot how big Texas size can be because I was expecting something mediocre or at least simple that you easily fold up. No, this came. Not only was it big, it also came packed. The tacos, by the way, I was talking about. The tacos came packed and full, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it was so much. I only was and plus what they do is like they give you like 2 dishes of strips, and I just ate that up. And so because I was hungry, so I just quickly ate it up without even like thinking. So yeah, so that filled me up. So I ended up taking both my taco and 1.5 putas that I think that's how I pronounce it, back home. Then the following day was my wedding, and I got to meet all my cousins because the only ones I met was Tasha and Ali and her daughter. And so now I met Chris and Brian, so now I met all of them. At least the one and Nicole, that live in Texas. So, and my uncle. I guess I meet my uncle. I kind of regret not bringing, because I didn't know you could bring food on the plane, just domestic, because I was thinking international and I couldn't bring food. I would have brought them the souvenirs, but whatever. So, there's that. Where was I going? Oh, hello, the wedding was actually pretty nice. It was tilapia fish that I ate with, rice, and the vegetables surprised me because it had bacon. I would not have ordered. I mean, it tastes good, but I would not. I pick out the bacon, of course. Ordered it or asked them not to give me if I knew it had bacon in it. Because they asked me if I'm good with the fish. They didn't tell me if I'm good with the bacon, but whatever. Is this so good? I have Tylenol in here. I don't know if this is still good. I'll probably still take it. Anyway. I think I made it into the cup. I'm away from down here. So if you can't tell, my table is all the way up here. So yeah. What was I going with this? Oh my gosh. It's been a long time since I crocheted. Oh my gosh, okay, so are you kidding me? Okay, so, anyway, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, so where was I going with this? It's cousin wedding. It was actually really nice, and I danced a lot. I didn't get drunk, I just danced a lot, though. As it was like a small, intimate wedding, so I didn't mind, and they didn't want to tell anyone about the cutting cake. I got it anyway. I'm not going to show it on theirs because they wanted it to be private, so... also, I just don't want to show them faces. So anyway, but yeah, no, they so because while we were dancing, that's when they cut the cake, which was really interesting. But anyway, yeah, so they did the cutting of the cake, and the cake was actually delicious. It was actually pretty good. I can't remember what it was. I just thought it was, oh, okay, this was good. It wasn't spectacular, purely because I couldn't remember it. But it was. I just remember it tasting good and eating it, all of it. And I'm like, I couldn't get bother to go for more because I was full at the time. Because they also had like red velvet and chocolate cupcake, and my cousin ate it, and she said it was good. So I'm just gonna take her word for it. I'm gonna keep it in here. And that's about it for the wedding. My cousin had to leave early because they had work. My aunt also wanted to leave early because Kelly, her husband, had work. I shouldn't say his name, but my aunt, we do this. My aunt's husband also had work, so she wanted to leave early, but being my father, we ended up leaving a little bit late. It couldn't be helped. As I said, yeah, it couldn't been helped. So anyway, and we had to take a long drive back. Oh, because it was in San Antonio, where the wedding was, and then we live all the way, not in Houston, but close to Houston. That's where my aunt and cousin live. So it was a drive back. So we wanted to leave early, but ended up leaving exactly when the wedding ended. So yeah, by coincidence, it couldn't have been helped. And then the next day we all went out, which was the last day. Yeah, it was the last day. So, well, the second to last day. So we all was able to hang out the next following day. As usual, I ended up getting up late. We went golfing, miniature golfing. I didn't even care for it, but I was like, okay, whatever. I just wanted to eat food, and the way we originally wanted it was closed, so we went to a different restaurant, which is still just as good. It was actually like an outer enchiladas. Again, same thing with the last restaurant. Ate too much of the other thing. I managed to finish the guacamole though. That was important to me. I just want to finish the guacamole. And then after that, we went back to... No, then following day, the way we was going back, before we going back, my uncle made a big breakfast. It was very delicious. I really liked the croissants. I wanted more. It didn't happen. Also, my aunt made cake the day before, so we had that. So I was full of the restaurant, but I still had room to eat cake. And I got to finish watching the movie Dungeons and Dragons, which was very good, as people acclaimed. I also watched 2 other movies, but I want to talk about them separately because they were critically acclaimed to be bad, and I want to talk about that. So, but in a different video. And I'm going really close to the camera, so let's back up. My time is almost up, so we came back, and yeah, and now we're trying to get back into it, and I've been sleeping late, so I decided to take the 2 days that was supposed to be used to be studying and stuff like that seriously. Instead, I was doing other things, like finally sewing my jacket. Oh wait, pause. Hey, how you doing? It's been a while. I do not remember where I last off to or last talked. I think it was probably either my cousin's wedding. I definitely remember recording for the Gamon and Helium, but other than that, I don't remember what I last talked about. But anyway, so I'm just gonna start off wherever. So recently, it's been a while since I recorded. It's been like about 2 weeks. So yeah. So I just decided to record today and just get to some up to date. So recently, it hasn't been, Father's Day hasn't passed yet, but my mother, because she won't be able to take the day off, brought my father's to the same place we brought my mother for Mother's Day, the Oasis, the diner, to celebrate Father's Day, well, quite early, along with his friend. And then also my mother, just in case I didn't tell you this, my father brought my mother to the restaurant The Doors for Mother's Day, while my sisters, we went to the Oasis for Mother's Day with my mother. Anyway, where was I going with this? Why are we doing something else for my father? Me and my sister. My other sister is off on a trip with her friends, so that's fine. I forgot where I was going to go. Oh yeah, up to date. So going with like the last thing I'm going to talk about. Recently I just studied, so I'm going to talk about that. And it's been going fine, but I realized I had to put way more effort than I had to, than I did before when I was living in Japan, because where I was living in Japan, I was surrounded by things that's Japanese. Like I was now I had to, instead of just like memorizing stuff, which I've been doing, which is fine. It's not that that's not a bad thing. Is that I had to put more effort. Like I need to read more, write more, and listening to Japanese more, because again, I took that for granted living in Japan, because no matter where I would go, there will be something in Japanese I could read and I use that as practice. Or if I just, even if I don't speak, like just sitting down in a restaurant and just listening to the people talk around me was a good way to listen to Japanese. Granted, most of the time I don't always understand them because they speak so fast or they're too far for me to hear. But it was a good practice. And also with writing, well, I just generally just wrote in Japanese regardless, so I just got to pick that up again, but I haven't been doing that. Okay, so speaking of that, speaking of writing, I also been writing my story. It's been a slow progress as expected, but instead of like the last time when I was pushing myself to write 4 pages per day, no matter what, I decided, you know what, if I could get 1 page down, that's fine. My objective is definitely always to get 2, but if I get 1, like sometimes there was a day I skipped, I'm like, well, I did give myself an edge just in case, but I should at least write. Now I'm down to like write 2 pages is definitely a goal, but if I could write 1, that is fine. Now I'm up to that. That's kind of thought process I'm having with myself. Also, I want to go walking more. I just realized I barely go walking now that I'm in New York. I should definitely try to do that. Also been practicing doing DMV practice tests, and then by next week hopefully I will try to go actually to the DMV. It's just going there is all now my thing. I'm like, I don't want to take the train. It's been a long time since I took the train, so kind of nervous on that too. In New York, so I'm like, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's just a little psychological fear. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. Other than that, let's go transfer to more projects besides the writing. I also been making progress with my manga. The script I'm slightly, as I'm enjoying the scene, the layouts for the dragon one, the third story, the dragon one. Wait, 1, 2, yeah, it's the third one, the dragon one. I've been brain fart. I'm sorry, brain fart. Shit, what have I been doing? I've been writing, that's for sure. Oh, as I was doing the layout, I rewrite some of the parts of the story, so I've been doing that. I'm gonna write and come back for it later. I just want to record this real quickly while I have it. So, and then the recording, I've been, you know what, there's some, shoot, it's on the far side. Where's my phone? I don't even know where my phone is. Okay, anyway, as I was saying, I'll just call him back. As I was saying, besides that, what the projects I'm doing is 3 more minutes. The other manga I've been working, number 2, the fairy alien-ish, well, technically they're not aliens, they're all aliens. The alien one, I'm going to call it alien now. I'm just going to call it, for the time being. I have it, again, name, I gotta rewrite the name, refigure the name. The alien one, so, That one I have to. Oh, that one I've been slowly developing. Although I've dedicated more days into drawing it. I haven't written anything yet, so I need to go back on that too. I need to plan out the next part of it. Now that I finish right this section, I need to plan out the next section. I vaguely remember how I ended it, so I want to at least plan it out. Even if it's like a rough plan, because I'm most likely not, as I usually do, pants it. Oh shit, okay, so I'm going to cut it off a little bit then because it stopped early. I don't know why it paused, it stopped. Not because I touched my leg. Okay, so last thing I want to talk about. Oh, I've also been doing some, I finally got the library thing cleared out. I've been going back and forth to the library to get to use the library card just to lend out borrowed ebooks and some audiobooks, which I have been doing. And I've been, because I'm writing the story, I'm writing it about cults. Well, it has cult influenced, so I've been going and reading books about cults, and it's been very fascinating. I might talk about that more later, not right now in this segment, because I don't know how long I have left to film before this shuts off on me. How much room I have in my card. And then also, I've been also reading about fashion, 1950 fashion. What does that have to do with any of my projects? And absolutely none right now. Probably have some influence. I would think about some influence that would affect my alien characters, because I went to hone in the fashion, because I'm like, I like it, it's okay, but I'm not in love with the fashion. Like, how does this speak to the eras or the clothing of my made-up world? I want to reconfigure that out. So I've been reading about fashion. So very recently, the last one I read was about 1950s fashion, and I want to do a little bit more research on that, because it's interesting how the war affects clothing, at least in England. I don't know in America. So yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and yeah. Other than that, I'll probably talk about more like that too. I don't know what research I'll do. And now that I said it, I will now dedicate myself more into doing, besides research, also more into Japanese, reading, listening, at least, and I will get back onto writing Japanese too with my mangas. So there's that. And I also wanted to finish my illustrations. I've been working on illustrations to redo my portfolio. And I think now that I found out, I realized that you could scan at the library. I'm going to go there, and it's big too, so I could scan my illustrations to the library and work on the digital part of it. That's the only thing I have to do with most of them. And I feel like I'm leaving a lot of things out. I'm just rushing it. I am rushing it. I'm trying to wrap this up. That's about it. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna leave it at that. So, illustration, doing that. Oh, after that, I'm gonna work on number 4. After I finish the illustrations, I want to work on number 4 with the zombie-ish manga. Number 4. Okay, that's it.